Hello everybody, Eaglefirefly Gaming here, hope you're all doing good, and today we're going to be looking at the Air Career Programme. Stay tuned. Hello everybody and welcome back to this next EVE Online video. So today we're going to look at a couple of things. We're going to first look at the Photon UI. So if you haven't used the Photon UI yet, it's definitely worth doing because I think it's a lot cleaner and it's the way things are going. So the Photon UI, basically it's a little bit more chunkier and a lot more modern. They'll just open up the fitting window. Have a look at there. So all the icons and the fonts and colors are a lot better. I think I do prefer that. So if you want to use the Photon UI, you basically click the escape bar and you go to feature previews, enable the Photon UI preview, and you can also give some feedback. So the more feedback that the developers get, the better that this UI system is going to be. They need as much feedback as they can so they can improve and find bugs and things like that. So you enable it, and it does need a client restart, but once you do the client restart, all the new UI features are available. Okay, so that's that. Secondly, you will have seen possibly some of the screenshots that I've been putting up across all the various different locations. To do with the HD rendering, nebula, all sorts of little different things. But really, really decent. And if you look, we're just going to clean the ship. You can literally see the reflections on the steel cardinal skin now, which are a lot cleaner. And it just gives that little bit more depth of immersion, bringing the colours out in EVE Online. So the art team have done great work here. So hats off to all of the art team. Because it really is looking really good at the moment. Alright, and then onto the Air Career Programme. So the Air Career Programme is great. You basically go into it by clicking the little symbol on the left hand side, and you can explore careers, set your goals, and claim rewards. So the rewards based on the whole of the career programme is basically in skill points. So as you can see here, if you highlight the bar, you can get yourself up to 125,000 skill points. I'm not sure because I haven't really gone too far in this at the moment. I'm not too sure whether that's the max, 125,000 skill points. I'm not too sure what comes after that, but we can have a look. So it's split up into 4 different categories. We've got Enforcer, which is basically PvE mission style combat. We've got Explorer, which is for the pretty self-explanatory really, for doing exploring, scanning, hacking, all that various good stuff. Industrialist, so obviously mining, creating things and so on, and Soldier of Fortune for PvP. So there we've got career agent missions, social, electronic warfare, combat, PvP, cap warfare, faction warfare, support, destruction, and duels. So a lot of that we'll look at again on my faction warfare character. Going back to the other menu, so we'll go back. So one we're going to focus on today is the Enforcer. Now I did do a poll previously on YouTube, and the poll did say that some people were interested in some PvE mission running guides. So we're going to do a small chain of mission guides going from level 1 through to level 3, level 4. So we try and cover off alpha characters through to omega characters. Okay, so let's have a deeper look at the Enforcer career section. So we've got the career agents, which is at the top. So you get some aura assistance here, which is a recommendation basically to carry out the career agent missions, and it gives you all the 1 to 10 missions, and you get rewards for completing those. The next tab, security agents. So basically complete a level 1 mission, complete 1 level 1 mission, 5 level 1s. So it starts off with level 1s, then it will tier up to level 2, level 3, level 4 as far as I'm aware. Then we've obviously got the Abyssal Dead Space, so it's all about tier 0, combat, bounties, and so on. So the first thing is that with these, some of these will go hand in hand. So when you conduct a level 1 mission, you will also get contribution towards the combat tab. So as you can see there, that will start increasing, and then combat sites 5, and then standings, increasing your corporation standings. So all of these go hand in hand, really. So you complete one, and then it will start to complete all of the others. So from a PvE mission guide, if you like, section about ships which are good mission starting ships. Now, basically, I always learned in a Drake. So if you tier up to battle cruisers in the ships section, in the market, this is for players that are new, Caldari, battle cruiser, and a Drake. Now, you can also do this kind of fit with an alpha character. So, basically, combat battle cruiser, I'll see if we can simulate it from here, because we're just giving a bit of a demonstration of the UI. Simulate the ship. Okay, so, basically, damage, you can either have this as an active fit or a passive Drake. But a lot of fits that I used to do many, many years ago were in a passive Drake. But from a weapons perspective, it's one of the only ships that you can get decent T2 weaponry on. So if we go to, I run heavy assault launchers, and we're just going to look at the DPS on the heavies. 3, and then we want charges, missiles, heavy assault missiles, anti-ship, Scourge because we're in Caldari space. So as you can see there is a raw DPS without any damage modifications. We're looking at 432 DPS. The range, not so great, 25 kilometers, but let's see what we can stack that up to. So if we go to weapon upgrades, ballistic control systems, 1, 2, 3. Ideally you want a damage control in the bottom. Let's go damage control. Ooh, can't spell. Damage control 2 for the resistances. So we got 714 DPS there. Overheated. How do we overheat on here? How do we overheat on here? Yeah, anyway, there you go. So 714 DPS, plus you've got drones. So if we go back to drones, so you want small drones, so you want hobgoblins. You can even use integrated drones if you're feeling shiny. Hobgoblin 2s. 1, 2. Why did we not get 2 there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 807 DPS. Now, here, these are with me with max skills. Okay, so it's not going to be quite as high for a newer alpha character because you won't take advantage of some of the advanced skills. But as you can see here, all of these skills basically can be skillable by an alpha character. So you could be potentially in a 700 DPS area. Now I do have a video, I'll link the card above, should be somewhere above now, with the Drake Navy issue. Now the Drake Navy issue, you can also fly as an alpha character, more DPS, and it's more viable. Now with the hams, you do have to get into close range. So we're just going to get rid of these for a second and just do a comparison. So it does mean you're going to have to get in the enemy's face, which as a newer player, it's probably going to be a little bit tricky. So the next option is if you go into heavy missile launchers, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Charges, slightly different. Heavy missiles and Scourge. So 563 DPS with drones. However, the range, you're going to get 70 kilometers. So that means that obviously you can be a passive fit from a long way away, and you can start pounding on those enemies from a distance. You can also fit a micro warp drive and try and sig tank and move away. More likely an afterburner will probably be ideal here. But yeah, this is your ideal level 3 pounding ship. I would start on heavy. Now, if you're an alpha character, you're going to have to decide whether you go heavy missiles or heavy assault missiles. Don't train both. If you train both, you're going to be disadvantaged because of your skill cap. So you need to make the choice before you start skilling. Maybe have one character that's going to skill hams, one character that's going to skill heavies, and that way you're going to make best use of your skill point limits. Okay, so you know, I did do a little bit of a calculation when I did buy the boost pack, and I made a decision on whether it would be you would gain faster skill points as an Omega, or whether you would gain faster skill points by injecting the daily alpha injector. I did finally decide that after doing a bit of a funky calculation, it was better to go Omega, even though that the alpha skill injectors do cost more ISK. So just be wary on that point. If you buy daily alpha characters off the alpha skill injectors off the market, it's actually cheaper to buy Plex, and you can get more skill points by buying the 500 Plex. So if you've got a big alpha bank, bear in mind it's better to save up the ISK to buy 500 Plex. Okay, and it is possible as an alpha character to make good ISK, so don't let anybody tell you any different. Alright, so that's a level 3 mission running ship. If you watch my Drake Navy issue video, you can see what tank that you can fit. So we won't go through that because there's lots of different options for that. Also dependent on skills and how you want to fit it. So that's the Enforcer. Get rid of my tank. This basically is not active at the moment, so don't rip me a new one for this because I've got an empty slot. This is my wormhole extra large shield booster fit, which is quite good for baiting into rapid light fights. Okay, so that's the Enforcer. We'll have a quick look at the Explorer. So, Explorer, Project Discovery. Now, if you don't know what Project Discovery is, it is 110% worth getting involved in Project Discovery. You get some nifty little rewards, and it's something a little bit different. So if you've sort of semi-AFK doing a mission, and you want to earn a little bit of passive ISK while doing a bit of an activity, this is the kind of thing that you can do. Now, I actually suck really bad at it. I am not very good at Project Discovery at all. But there you go, I've just got myself a bit of ISK just doing that. So all that ISK does help. So at the bottom, you can get things like face masks, caps, clothes. I think that's a pacifier blueprint. And then you can also get the pacifier biosecurity responder skin, which is quite a nice skin as well. So there's lots of skins to get, and lots of few bits and bobs that you can get with that. So the Explorer, basically doing some scanning. So you scan cosmic signatures, you can do some hacking, advanced hacking. What's advanced hacking? Oh, okay. So advanced hacking, go and hack 20 containers in low sec, null sec, and wormholes. That's a little bit of fun. Going into wormholes, doing some gas sites, combat sites, advanced navigation, visit a low sec system in 5 different regions, and then obviously we've just talked about Project Discovery. So that's that. Industrialist, that's about working the market, getting some salvage, resource harvesting. So it tells you all the different units that you can go and get, which we need to go to different sections of the universe to go and get those. So it gives you a little bit of checking out all different areas. Refining, so refining those ones that you get. A tip would be that if you're going to resource harvest these units, save those units and then refine them so that you can get the 2-in-1. Manufacturing, so it does little things. So it wants you to manufacture a shuttle, frigate, destroyer, cruiser, get the blueprints off the market, or don't think you can get rewards now from the daily login with regards to blueprints. Distribution agent, never really done distribution agent, and I'm not going to lie, I've never done mining agents, but I do some research because I make blueprint copies and I do make blueprints efficient. So, the Soldier Fortune we're going to cover off on our faction warfare character. so I can go through all the targets and goals for that. So that's pretty much it as a bit of a basic overview. Explorer, if you want to do some exploring, a good ship would be the, let me have a think, Special Ed Synesis, is it? I think maybe. Does a Synesis cloak? Let's have a look. Recon, no, we don't want any of them. Frigates, what we got? These are really very expensive, really. I've not really tried these, though, to be fair. Covert Ops, here we go. Pacifier, Hydra. Ooh, these are all a bit posh, aren't they? They're very posh. Corvettes. Synesis, what is the... who's the Synesis made by? Oh, there it is. This is Destroyer. So this is the Synesis. It gives you core combat scanner probe strength, and you can also do a bit of combat. So if you take it into nullsec, it's a nifty little ship to go and hack ESS and things like that, which is some good fun. You can't fit covert ops on it though, so that's the only thing that you're going to be disadvantaged here, that you can't fit covert ops cloaks. I think you can fit prototype cloaks as an alpha, but not as a... tell you what, we're doing this the wrong way around. Let's go into ship tree. That's easier. There we go. We can have a look at all the different stuff here now. So as a alpha character, you're going to be limited to the lower section. So let's see. So it's the Heron. So the Heron gives you core combat scanner probe, salvage, and it also gives you the relic and data analyzer boosts as well. So you can see with the Synesis, while it being a destroyer, you can scan the sites down faster, but you don't get the relic and analyzer strength bonuses, but you do get the mid slots for it. So there's always an up and a down side. So let's see if we can simulate this. So depending on how much ISK you've got, the best scanning equipment launcher, scanning equipment, scan probe launcher is the Sisters Core scanner probe, but that makes your Heron very expensive. And you want to put Sisters Core scanner probes in here as well. It does make it quite expensive though. For scanning upgrades as well, scan acquisition, that's for an alpha and omega. Scan acquisition array, basically what that does, it reduces the time of the scan probe, so you can scan faster. Then you can use a pinpointing array, which basically reduces the scan deviation and so on. There's also some, I think, and then you need a data analyzer and a relic analyzer. Now if you take a mobile depot, however, you can change this fit to do data size and relic size, sort of basically to those specific sites. Now I don't really run data sites, in fairness. I really don't. I mainly run relic size because the loot is a lot higher. Obviously I don't take a Heron now, I'll take a covert ops ship, pacifier, sometimes I even take the Tengu when I'm doing wormhole sites and stuff like that. So yeah, so the Heron is a good ship. Basically you can also turn this into a PvP Heron. That is really cool. I've done it once, but I have seen videos of the PvP Heron, which people come in and think that a Heron's just going to get blapped, but it's quite fun to see a Heron win a fight. So I haven't got any content on that, but it'd be pretty cool to get some content, so we might do that. If you want to bling it out, you can use this Frostline Clavicular, and that does both relic and data, but I don't think you're going to be wanting to chuck in a 250mm module on a non-covert op ship in a Heron. So if we have a look at cloaks, if you're still with me, cloak, prototype, cloaking device. Yeah, oh no, you can't cloak. Okay, so as an alpha, you can't use a cloak. No. So you can't use a cloak as an alpha. So it's a kind of get in, get out. So if you want to go, you can do this in high sec. It's a safe area, relatively. Or you can go and do this in null sec. And if you are going to go and do it in nullsec, then you need one of these, which is a filament and then a jump filament, and it's a noise 5 or signal 5. One of them does quieter systems, one of them does noisier systems, busier systems, more for PvP really. You can go and travel around nullsec, get a feel for it, and then you basically do your Triglavian inbound filament and then a Triglavian outbound filament, and that basically gets you to a safe-ish place. Alright, so that's a little bit of an overview on how the air career program works. If you are one of those newer players that come in and have no idea what to go or where to go, this is a great way to get some goals and to get a feel for how you can do different things in the game. You've also got some videos here. I won't play them on stream, I'll leave that to you to try. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. It was just like a quick overview. So yeah, next we will look at some mission running guides for lower skilled players, and then we'll build that up to level 4s, and then level 5 missions, some good ships to run a level 5 mission for. Level 5 missions for the older players, if you're still with me, it's always an advantage to get in with a corp that is blue to the low sec space. Just a bit of a tip. It just makes it safer to run those level 5 missions. I've also been running some faction warfare missions, which are really cool, and it's just something a little bit different and just gives a little bit of an edge, but that's for a higher skill tier. I wouldn't recommend doing those kind of things for a brand new player. Get to learn the game first and get your groove in the game before you go losing ships. Once you start losing ships, you get demoralized, so it's always best to try and keep hold of your ships for as long as possible and then go and sacrifice them later. Alright, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. I have certainly enjoyed being your host, as always. The content has been a little bit slow. I decided to go on holiday and sit on a beach, and it was absolutely fantastic. I'm sunburnt to hell. In actual fact, I got sunburnt in the first hour. Mr. Bravado here decided not to put suntan lotion on in the 36 degree blue sky, scorching sun Greek heat. I do not recommend that you do that. I was suffering for 4 days. So put suntan lotion on, guys, and be safe, and girls. Alright then, so thanks for watching the video. Keep an eye out for the next ones, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.